Friends of Gravity, this could well be the rarest marble run on YouTube. As far as I can see, there's not a single video on this system so far. This is called Simex Multo-Drom, and it has flip around tracks. On one side they form a little monorail for this kind of little car to go on, and on the other side it's a regular marble track. I'd ordered a set of this before, but it was in such bad condition that I couldn't really set up the marble run, so I stopped making the video. But now I got a new one and I'm absolutely excited to get my hands on this now and build this marble run and monorail. Featured languages here are French, Dutch and English. Highly interesting. Hours of pleasurable entertainment for children 4 years of age and upwards. Here it says what's in the box. So that's 6 base plates, 12 pillars, 5 straight tracks, and this was made by Richard Sim and Sons in Karlsruhe, Western Germany. It doesn't give a year, but the internet tells me this comes from the 1970s. So this legitimately has to be the oldest marble run system on this channel so far. The back of the box is a blank. Apparently in the 1970s they didn't yet print on the back of boxes, in Germany at least. This looks great. This even features instructions. Obviously, to build a large track like this, you need some more tracks than are in this box. This is one of the little cars that comes with the system. The wheels are made from metal, so they are heavy, so they get some momentum. So here are the 2 metal marbles, apparently original from the 70s, a little bit stained now. Okay, I'm gonna put the marbles safely in here. Those are the round tracks. On the one side they have this monorail, this single track profile here in the middle, and on the other side they have this kind of double track, so a marble can roll through there. Here I see one of those little things here is missing. This was in fact the problem I had with these other sets, where basically every single one of those connectors was broken. This time I think I'm really lucky. This set looks to be in good condition. Let's get the stuff out. Here this looks much better. Most of those little connectors are there. These are the elements that form the columns. One of those little connectors broke off as well, but I think this should still work. I should still be able to build up a marble run. Base plates, this is where the column elements go to stack up to form a column. 6 of them are in the box. These are the elements that reduce height. You need to take 2 of them to reduce the height by 1 level. And some straight tracks. 3 of those elements, I'm not yet quite sure what those do. 4 endings and 1 adjustment piece. Let's see what this will be needed for. And the 2 little cars, a yellow one and a white one. Yeah, and this really features instructions. So you have those like schematic drawings here, apparently created by some technical drawers before the age of the personal computer. But even this doesn't feature a year. If you know exactly when this came out, if you have any more information about the exact time that this was in the market or this first came out into the market, please leave me a comment down below. From the box I cannot see it. I'm gonna set this up now, and of course, like I always do, I'm gonna go for the setup that's on the cover here and see if this can really be built up like that and if it's any fun. So these connectors, they don't work very well. You have to apply a lot of force to get this together. So I have an idea how those little connectors would break off. You just need to apply a lot of force, and apparently, and maybe also after 50 years or so, the plastic isn't that solid anymore. So these connectors are really the weakness of the whole system. So here the system is quite smart. The tracks click onto these columns. This attaches quite firmly once you have put the track on a column. This already looks like a kind of marble run. It's a little bit larger than I would have thought from the image on the box, and I definitely have to try this out once now to see if this works at all. Okay, white seems to have trouble to get through the track here, it's lacking the speed. So let's see if yellow can do any better. It's not working yet. Maybe we need a little more speed coming from the higher levels here. This is it. This is the marble run in the car racing track version. Exactly the way it's printed on the box here. And now I'm really curious to see if I can somehow make the cars go fast enough to get enough momentum to complete this whole circuit. You have to kickstart it a little bit. Now it worked. So this was the first time the car completed the whole track. Let's see if white can do the same thing. Well, this kind of works. You need to push those little cars a little bit. They lose momentum here at the parts that hang a little bit lower, but maybe when everything was new and a little bit more snappy, those parts didn't even have that kind of problem. And maybe it's also the mechanics of those little cars. Maybe this hasn't aged perfectly. There could be a little wear on those little wheels. They could have worked a little better when this was new almost 50 years ago. With a different setup where the cars get a little bit more speed and that has some more slopes in it, the whole thing could work much better. So overall, as a racing track for those little cars, I like that a lot. The whole point of this is that you can flip around the tracks, and then this racing track for cars turns into a proper marble run. So now I'm going to try and flip around all those tracks and build up the same kind of track, but the other way around for a marble to go down. Yeah, really interesting. So I just flip this track around, and I think I can just put it back in here and then proceed to do the same thing for the whole course. And because of the way those little connectors here are mounted, you have to flip the whole thing by 180 degrees, and now it fits. Well, that's it. I flipped around all the tracks and it's quite easy and it works quite well. There's one problem though. These tracks, they have those little elements here where the columns click into the track right where two of the tracks connect. This works in most configurations, and it works in all configurations on the other side when you're dealing with a monorail, but when you flip it around and you have the marble track, some configurations don't work. The one that doesn't work is where the tracks that reduce height connect with the corners or even with the straights. So all this whole thing is a little bit fragile now, a little bit unstable and flimsy this way. But to see if a marble can run through here and to test this out really quickly, I think it should still work. So I didn't bother to do a whole new track. I just basically stuck to the original setup and just flipped everything around to see, will a marble even run down here? These here are the original metal marbles that I believe came with this set originally almost 50 years ago, and with those I will try this out now. This absolutely works. This marble even flew out of the corner over there. This works much better than the little cars, I have to say. The marbles run through here at a nice speed. Yeah, really nice. I have to say, I totally like this system. It's still unmatched. I don't know of any other system where you can flip the tracks around to have two different kinds of courses for both cars and marbles or something else. That was a really unique idea, and I think it's executed okay. It now feels a little bit flimsy and cheap, but I mean, it's almost 50 years old. Maybe it felt a little bit better back then, and I think the overall quality of plastic toys wasn't that high back then. So to me, it's amazing to see how manufacturers 50 years ago created a system that's really the predecessor of those super complex marble run systems that are in the market today. Overall, I have to say I really like it, and I'm super happy that I was able to score one of those things in the depths of eBay. It's great fun, and I absolutely dig the design of the small racing car up there. If you stumble upon one of those at a garage sale or wherever and you're into stuff like that, go for it. I think it's entertaining. I like it a lot. And I also think if it's in good condition, it might be quite valuable. This was my very quick look at the Simex Multo-Drom marble run and car racing course made in Germany in the 1970s. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos on exciting and rare marble run systems. And please remember, what goes up must come down here at Gravity Bytes.